High testosterone means nothing unless your body can actually use it.
I guess my fear was that maybe I had low T levels. You can imagine my surprise when my testosterone levels came in completely off the charts. And this isn't even an exaggeration. No, like I hit the instrument limit. So I don't even know how high my levels really are.
Some men can have very low testosterone, 200 nanograms per deciliter, and comparing them to a man with 1000 nanograms per deciliter. And for some reason, the men with the lower testosterone will have higher muscle mass. They'll be more explosive. They'll have more vigor when it comes to life. And why is this? Well, it's because testosterone and dihydrotestosterone and all the other androgen derivatives are not the full picture. What really truly matters in the perspective of the androgens are the androgen receptor density and androgen receptor sensitivity. Both having high androgen receptor density and having high androgen receptor sensitivity will lead you to utilize your testosterone and androgen derivatives in a much more efficient way, where you can actually show the testosterone that you have, rather than just have it free roaming and not binding to anything in your blood. In this video, I'll teach you to actually utilize the testosterone that your body creates so that you don't just have 1000 nanograms per deciliter and it means nothing to you. If you'd like to enhance your physical performance, aesthetics, and hormonal optimization, I suggest you subscribe to this channel, and you can also check out the first link in the description below for my full system. The performance of your androgen receptors will actually benefit more by subtracting things from your life rather than adding things to your life. Now, the things that we will be subtracting from our lives so that our androgen receptors operate better will be things like harmful chemicals, especially found in plastics. BPA, bisphenol A, can actually bind to the androgen receptor instead of androgens, and this can mitigate the actual effects of testosterone and dihydrotestosterone. Now, other things that can bind or prevent the androgen receptor from accepting testosterone or the male hormones would also be hormones like cortisol, things that compete for testosterone. Now, in another video, in the last video of testosterone optimization that I made, I spoke of cholesterol being competed for with testosterone and cortisol. Now, cortisol is the stress hormone, and it competes for cholesterol just as testosterone does. But also, cortisol does another thing. Cortisol can actually prevent the binding of the testosterone that you already have to the androgen receptor, causing the testosterone to not bind to it as well. Now, think about what that means. If you are in more of a fight or flight state, your body will not utilize the testosterone it has. Now, this is talking about long-term stress. Short-term, quick bursts of stress can actually aid the androgen receptor sensitivity, not the density, the sensitivity, because it can increase the affinity for the testosterone to go to the androgen receptor because you need it quick. So that's why it can increase the sensitivity. This is things such as sprinting, heavy lifting, and just quick bursts of needed energy. And when it comes to plastics, you want to avoid the softer kinds of plastic because they're more easily absorbed to your skin. Now, you will sweat out these toxins, and this is why saunas are usually really good. And as a separate point, make sure to have an ice pack for your balls when you go into the sauna, or else you're just cooking your whatever. Just trust me on that. Anyways, where was I? Yes, harmful chemicals. So avoiding plastics because of the bisphenol A's, BPA's, is important. The other thing is that in a lot of facial products, especially beauty products, a lot of looks maxing products that are out there actually are bad for your skin. While they make your skin look better, they make your body more dependent on these things. And also, especially in times where there's more sun coming up in this summer, sunscreen that has benzophenones or oxybenzones can actually decrease the androgen receptor sensitivity by binding to the androgen receptor, especially when exposed to chlorine. The fix to this is to switch from a chemical-based sunscreen to a mineral-based sunscreen like zinc oxide. Let's talk about enhancing androgen receptor density and sensitivity. We'll start with density because it's more of a topic that's you can't really do much about currently with the science we have right now. The best thing you can do is take supplements that can basically serve as the building blocks for the androgen receptor density. This can be like amino acids, glycine, carnitine, and glutamine. Some studies say that if you lift heavy, you also get higher androgen receptor density because you have more fast twitch muscle fibers, and androgen receptors are highly present in fast twitch muscle fibers. But that's also more of a nuanced study, and so I can't quite tell you that completely, but it's worth noting. Enhancing androgen receptor sensitivity and density will also benefit from, of course, getting better sleep, which is foundational, of course, getting more sunlight, or supplementing with vitamin D3 plus K2 for better absorption. And then there's also deep nutrition, making sure you're getting all the food, all of the protein, the fats, the carbohydrates, the amino acids, everything you need for your body. I want to address a couple more things, just once more. Testosterone is not all that matters. You can actually outcompete a guy who has higher testosterone because of your mindset, but also because of your androgen receptors. If you have higher androgen receptor density or sensitivity, your testosterone will have higher or a greater effect on you more than the other person if they had low androgen receptor sensitivity or density. Oh yeah, and you can also make sure you're not as stressed with long contemplative walks, massages. You can get a massage gun too. You can just make sure you live a more simplistic lifestyle. You can stop worrying about if you have higher testosterone levels or if you're not doing all the right things in your life. Remember, you're not supposed to always know what you're doing. You're supposed to go out into the unknown, which is scary, and test your limits and push yourself, because in that way, a hormone is not the only thing that matters. Your mindset, how you approach the world, is always primary, and your hormones will always be the secondary thing, because they are the symptom of your lifestyle. To recap, have less long-term stress, avoid plastics, avoid chemicals that you put on your skin, utilize short bursts of energy, get sleep, sunlight, nutrition, and recover completely. And remember, just relax. If you'd like to further optimize your human performance and hormonal optimization, check the first link in the description below. I'll see you later, man.